Hello and welcome. Getters and setters are one of the useful features introduced in ES6. It will come in handy if you are using classes in JavaScript. In this video, I'm going to show you an example using getters and setters, and I'll show you the same example without getters and setters. That's the best way to explain how getters and setters work. So this is a block of code without getters and setters. This code basically is fairly simple. There are two functions in the class called people. I've got a class here called people, and we have two functions in the class that helps to set and get the name of the person. So if I run the console.log on this person class and then attach the getName method, I should get the name returned. You can see it's got Jon Snow returned, which is the name here. You can also change, if I wanted to change the value of this name from Jon Snow, I can do it here just by referencing the name of the class called person. So I'll just say person.setName. Okay, so here outside the class, I created a variable called person, and we set it to a new instance called new people, which is a new instance of this class here, people, and given a value of Jon Snow. I've just console logged it, and using the get.name, you can see the get.name method here, function, which returned the name as supplied here. So if I wanted to change the value of this variable called person, I just call it by its name, which is person, and I apply the .setName method, and then I pass in a different value, for example, Danny. And if I run this Jon Snow again, if I run this console.log again, it will give me a different value. So if I come here now, if I grab this, I'll show you what I mean. It's always best to show the example. I'll do a copy, I come here, I'll do a paste. Okay, now I have set that. So now if I do a console.log.getName, it should give me a different value other than Jon Snow. So here I've set it here. If I paste that in, you can see here it's now giving me Danny. All right, because you call the variable by its name and use this set name property or method to change the value of the variable. That's what I've used here. So this is an example without the getters and setters. I'm going to show you an example now using getters and setters. So this is the same example, but with getters and setters. So you can see here there are two functions inside the class people with the get and set properties. The get property is used to get the value of the variable, and set property is used to set the value to the variable. And you can see that the getName function is called without the parentheses. The setName function is called without the parentheses, and it's just like assigning a value to a variable. So looking at the two block of code, the code block on the right has not got getters and setters, while this code block here on the left, we have getters and setters. So the key difference with this one on the left, where I'm using the getters and setters, we're using the get property to get the value of the variable and the set property to set the value of the variable. The key also here is that the get name function is called without using any parentheses, and also the set name function is called without any parentheses. So it's just like assigning a value to a variable. So that's it for this video on getters and setters. If you do not understand, please feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to explain more. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.